from Nebrasky Plumbing and Heating, and I actually spoke to him yesterday. We have Jesse here with us.
Good morning.
Jesse.
Hi.
Yeah, you're much prettier than Paul.
Thanks.
I'd hope so.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
The other Paul.
Not you.
Oh, that Paul.
Not
Yeah.
Paul Helmrich, Paul Nebrasky.
Right. I think she's better looking than both of us. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
well-
sure.
Yeah, well,
Gee, what a compliment. Well, Jesse, what's on tap for us this morning from Nebrasky Plumbing and Heating?
Well, I've got a couple things. I've got some money to give away.
We always like that. Are we giving away money or a gift certificate to a restaurant?
We're going to give away a gift certificate to a restaurant.
Okay, good. And do we get to choose which one?
You do.
All right, good. Because we have a number of them. Depending on, you know what, I'm going to hold off which one it is until we decide what town they're in, because we have them from many different towns.
That makes sense.
So we'll make it easy for
Yeah,
them.
but if I want a gift certificate, I wouldn't want one in Warwick. I'd like to go. I've been to everywhere in Warwick.
All right.
I'd like to try something
Well,
different.
for you, I would give you a choice.
Thanks.
Everybody else doesn't have a choice.
There
right,
you go.
so get on your phone. Let's go.
All right, what's going to be, let's start with the question, then we're going to get into the conversation, and let's see what happens with calls. Okay.
So the question for today is how many bathrooms or toilets are going to be available for the 6,500 people at this year's Super Bowl?
Oh, good question. Love it.
And Paul counted every one of them, so he's dead on there.
Well, wait a second, because you have the skyboxes. So they have private bathrooms in them. Then you have the bathrooms for the regular public.
So you want to know how many stalls?
So either how many
Bathrooms.
bathrooms or how many toilets and
Yeah,
urinals.
it's just like if you're sitting
many-
down or standing up.
Yeah, because
whatever.
bathrooms, a bathroom could have 10 toilets
Frank, all
in
right,
it.
let's not play semantics.
Well, I'd
Well, I'm checking
imagine
them.
you could Google the, what do you call it, and find out how many are at the stadium.
Or maybe
but what
not.
about the porta potties outside?
Oh, yeah. Does that count too?
We didn't count those.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But the cool
So
thing
this
is,
is inside only.
inside only, yeah. They did have to flush every single one at the same time to make sure that the system,
How you had
Functioned.
6,500 people there?
yes, 6,500 people, they had to flush every single toilet at the same time to make sure that the system could handle the water.
Didn't we
Didn't you
just
ever hear
give the
that
answer? Didn't we just give the answer?
No, there's 6,500 people there,
Oh, sorry.
but not, that's not how many bathrooms there are.
Oh, okay.
Well, don't you remember they were talking about it on Super Bowl at halftime? The water pressure in New York City would drop because everybody
Right.
went to the bathroom at once.
Yeah, because you got a break, you
And
know?
you would notice that the water
See,
that was
here-
coming out just went down to a
And
trickle.
everybody's
here's,
drinking, you
Here's
know.
the difference. I have a tablet I carry with me. I don't need it.
You don't need a
I
bath?
can go to the bathroom anytime.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh,
On
that's
the
a good
tablet, so you
question.
don't want to use that thing.
So how much is the gift certificate to a restaurant?
$50.
All right.
All right,
folks.
$50, ladies
50
and gentlemen.
bucks.
$50.
Do we hear 50? 845-651.
Sounds good.
1110. Remember, if you've won in the last 30 days, you can't win today. This doesn't matter who's offering it or whatever. Once every 30 days, the contest rules. So.
And you can only win it here. This is not a prop bet on any of the casinos. No.
right.
Maybe it is. I don't know. They got bet
All
on
right,
everything else.
Let's talk with Jesse about what's going on over at Nebrasky and what people should be looking for, especially in the winter.
Yeah. So first, what's going on at Nebrasky is we are actually hiring.
Oh,
We are looking for lead generators to help us with our Home Depot service provider.
tell them what that is.
Pretty much it's hanging out in Home Depots, talking to people, seeing
Frank
who
would like
needs
that
help
job.
with-
You already got the color shirt, Paul. You can always do that.
You would love to work in Home Depot.
Oh, I love that, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be good. That'd be fun.
You would be good at that, too.
It's
I
good
would
for
be
a
very good at that.
retiree, for somebody who likes people. Go
I'm
in,
not
make
gotta
a couple
now. I got to
bucks.
retire. Well,
Oh, yeah.
see ya. I'll be in the plumbing aisle.
Can you wait till we're finished?
We are also looking for an office admin and a warehouse coordinator.
Oh, we have 3 positions open.
What does
here.
the office admin do?
A whole bunch of stuff. Kind of.
By the way, the Home Depot job, you can be a semi-retired, you can be retired. You know, you like talking to people. You know, they don't have in these stores like Home Depot or Lowe's or any of them, like Frank, what you did after you got 2 degrees at Clarkson, the engineering school, you went to work at Channel Home Center. So
Well, no, wait. But just to clarify that, I took industrial management. So
It
when I got out of
doesn't
college, I
matter.
did retail management. I was in management, not, and they did
but you
make
had a
work.
bunch of engineering courses too.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just saying, you got 2 degrees here and you went to work in Channel Home Center, which you loved.
Yeah,
That's
it
why
was
you
great.
knows how to do everything today. So somebody who's semi-retired or retired has that knowledge and they love sharing it. It's a perfect job for somebody like that.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And it's a part-time, right? It's not full-time.
No, it
Don't shake your head; they can't see you.
Yes, it would be part-time.
So and the other jobs are in Monroe, right? In your office in Monroe?
Yes, they are.
All right, for anybody that's in
So
that
give
area.
a little bit of description of the other two positions.
So the office admin, we're looking for assistance with both our a little bit of bookkeeping and HR, some of the paperwork and permitting information, also customer service, answering the phone, helping schedule, kind of working with people and being that first voice that people hear when they call
So
Nebrasky.
I thought Paul was doing everything in India now for the phone stuff. No,
Oh boy, no.
that wouldn't work out.
Hello, my name is Gary.
Can you imagine? The other day, no joke, I had a Chinese lady on the phone who could not speak English. I mean, it was rough. I mean, and we
What
after.
were you saying? Would you say that again?
Yeah, and
Would
it
you
got
say that again,
10
please?
minutes later. Did we accomplish anything? No, not at all. It was like a waste. I forgot who I was even calling. I forget which company that was. It was crazy. I got absolutely nowhere.
Well,
Yeah.
I haven't
Oh,
called.
it's for Ticketmaster is what it was.
Yeah, but the good news at Nebrasky is everybody there is an American,
Yes.
Which is great.
and speaks English, so we're
Homegrown.
good.
I haven't called an American entity like government-wise and
Oh,
got
yeah.
in Mumbai yet. I'm waiting to call the IRS
that-
for something.
Yeah.
You can't-
Get
you
Mumbai.
can't-
It's going that
By
way.
the way, you cannot call the IRS.
No,
They can only call you.
really.
Yep.
Well-
And that's why we tell people with the scam thing, especially with the senior citizens, the IRS will never, ever, ever call you, ever.
You
in
just
a
said they
billion
call
years.
you.
No. I just said they don't call anybody. Everything is by mail. They do not do anything via
I've
phone.
called the IRS. The number ended in 1040. I'm almost positive.
Did you get anything done?
Not really,
Okay.
no.
No, you never get anything done.
I rest my case.
So this
But
is a great
anyway,
thing because Paul has actually people that answer the phone.
It's like a girl guy Friday type of thing. They can do a little bit of.
She don't know what
yes.
that is.
Yes, she does.
What's a Gal Friday?
Do you remember that?
Somebody
in
who
the
does a
paper?
little bit of everything.
I haven't seen that in
That's-
a long time.
And the other job?
Is the warehouse coordinator. We're looking for somebody to help us with ordering, tracking, setting up materials as they come in so the guys can grab them and kind of go. Maybe help with deliveries if we're missing product or like we need quick turnaround that they can go grab it from
And you
Yeah.
want, in that position, you need somebody with experience. I would-
Yes, we
yeah.
would definitely love
Yeah,
somebody with experience,
And how
especially somebody who wants to assist us with the inventory tracking.
And how would they reach you?
They can actually email us a resume or a little bit about yourself at info@nebraskyplumbing.com.
There you go.
Now,
Very
do you
easy.
do LinkedIn or anything like that?
We do have LinkedIn. You can also find us on Facebook.
Well, LinkedIn is nice because then you just press a button, it sends your resume, and you're in. And
Oh,
then-
really?
Yeah, LinkedIn is nice to have. It is. If you're looking for a job, it is. And then they send you updates from LinkedIn.
Yeah,
if
I
you're,
don't do anything on LinkedIn.
Well, talking about tech, that actually kind of translates into what I wanted to talk about
Oh,
today.
go.
Oh, good.
One of the biggest tech things that we've kind of all seen is this AI, that artificial intelligence coming out.
I'm not happy with that.
No, not a lot of people. Everybody's got a lot of feelings about it, and I played with it a little bit just because I'm curious and I want to be able
I did
to
too.
have a good conversation about it. There's a program called ChatGPT.
Yeah, very popular.
Yes. Pretty much for those who don't know what it is, it's a really interesting program that's powered by artificial intelligence, and you can go online and just kind of sign up for it or just start generating it, and it can write surveys. It can write emails. It can write letters. It does.
Do you know what
a ton
that
of
does,
stuff.
though? It leaves people without using their own imagination or creativity.
Correct.
And I think that is one of the biggest mistakes that this world is going to do.
I don't know, Taylor. It depends.
Unless you're a person that has no creativity.
Yeah,
then
you
it's-
know.
You mean like all the music of today? Yeah, okay.
Well, listen, Taylor. A lot
Write a
of people,
song.
you have trouble. A lot of people can't communicate. This might help them
they
communicate better.
can't communicate because they're
but-
not talking to one another.
But also remember too, like when calculators came out, everybody, that wouldn't have to add math anymore. Well, the idea is you already know how to add math, but once you have a calculator, you can do much
This
more
is
complicated
writing things
problems
for you. This is
very
different.
quickly.
This is not adding and subtracting.
Well, do you want to know what it wrote for me?
Oh, tell me.
So we here at Nebrasky wrote a list of 10 tips to save money on your heating bill.
Oh.
I then asked this AI to write me a similar list.
Oh, interesting.
I want you guys to guess off of this list what's a true fact to save your money and what's
Oh.
an AI
Oh,
generated.
very good. I like this. All right.
So
Don't cheat.
yes.
You're looking at her paper.
I can't see it.
He's used to that. That's what he did through all high school.
That's how I got my diploma.
He didn't need AI.
He had Jeff.
So the first tip that I have is getting a programmable thermostat, installing a thermostat that you can adjust the temperature, set schedules, or lower the temperature when you're away to save money.
So that's a great tip. I use that all the time, and it does work because it's very. We have like about 5 zones. Very difficult to go back and turn them
Frank,
off.
is it AI or is it Nebrasky?
No, I would say Nebrasky would come out with that. That's very
I would
important.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one is dance party warm up. Turn off the heat and spontaneously put on your favorite radio station, WTBQ.
Absolutely.
And have a
And
spontaneous
GHD.
dance party to generate body heat, warming up the home.
That's an AI thing.
Yeah, that is absolutely.
But
AI.
it's not a bad idea.
No, it's a great idea.
Here's an
Keep
interesting
active.
fact I was thinking about when you were saying that. So, for 20 years in Manhattan, I produced events for corporations and organizations. And the 2 things that are, to me, I try to tell people who are doing events today. Number 1 is, depending on how many people you have in the room, if it's a summer day, make sure you start at 9 in the morning to pump up that AC. So by the time, let them be cold for a few minutes, but trust me, when those bodies get in there, it does heat up the room.
Yes.
The other thing is the music. Tell whoever's playing it's not their concert. Keep that music low so people are there. They don't see each other all the time. They want to talk. They're screaming or they don't even talk because they can't hear each other. So that's why we knew that was AI.
So the next one that I have is hot tea radiators. Place cups of hot tea strategically around your home. Convince yourself that the steam rising is from the cup and actually a high-tech heating system. Results may vary depending on your belief in the system.
AI.
AI.
No sensible human being would ever make that.
I can't ever see Paul ever saying that.
No.
Although I've seen people put water on top of their
Well, that was my
things in order
grandmother.
to adds moisture into the room instead of it
as
drying
I
out.
said,
which
my
is good.
grandmother.
You ever been driving down the shore with no air conditioning during the summer?
No.
And you roll up the windows and turn the heat on for like 5 minutes with 3 people in the car? When you roll the windows down, it's like the tundra.
It is.
It is. So there are ways to fool yourself
Into thinking it's cold outside, yeah.
Absolutely. I don't like the teacup idea
How
so
stupid
much.
are you?
Pretty stupid. Depends. Well, it wasn't really stupid back then. I was a teenager on my way to the beach
That's
with a
it.
bunch
No
of
air
kids in the
conditioning.
As
car.
I said, how stupid were you? All right, next one.
Seal air leaks. So check your doors, your windows, and all openings for other air leaks. Make sure that they're sealed with either weather strip, caulking, or even plastic wrap covering the windows to prevent warm air from escaping and cold air from entering.
Does that work? That
it does.
plastic wrap? It does?
It does.
Oh yeah, it keeps the draft from coming through a lot of times.
All
You
right,
know,
go
so
ahead.
it's,
Mom
What do
just
you
did it
think?
to
no,
her.
that's real.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
real. Yeah,
That's real.
That's
My
Nebraska.
nephew-in-law did it, but the problem is he said it worked, but then the kids stick their fingers right through first
Well, then it don't
things.
work
Yeah,
anymore.
it doesn't work anymore.
That's
But I just wondered if it did. It's such thin layer of plastic.
it. Just keeps the it doesn't keep the heat or the cold from coming in, but it keeps drafts. Cool. So and that tightens up
Good
your
morning,
window.
Peggy. Peggy's up at his yesterday's that Nebrasky did the HVAC at. Good morning, Peggy.
Good morning, Peggy.
Waiting.
There was something going on there Saturday. What was going on there
I don't know, but
Saturday?
Peggy promised that her and John are
I
coming
don't know.
in when they're ready to open to announce it here first.
They had an awful
They
lot
better.
of cars in that joint on Saturday.
Oh, I don't know.
I saw
Peggy,
a bunch
why
of
was
people
everybody
coming out.
there Saturday?
And it was a bunch of different restaurant owners locally.
Oh, they're probably coming over to say hello and everything. And one nice thing
Soft
about
opening? Soft opening?
no, they did not have a soft opening. One thing I will tell you, because Peggy mentioned to me, another restaurant owner, Crystal Inn, Ryan Zygmunt, great guy and great food there, went over to help
Did you go
them.
last night?
No, we didn't.
No prime rib. No prime
No
rib.
prime rib.
Well, the
for
other
Frank.
people that were supposed to be going with us couldn't get a babysitter.
So it's going to be the 21st. We're going to be there now. So another 2 weeks. I got to wait 2 weeks for my prime rib.
Sorry.
Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so Peggy said that, they're going to be, that Ryan came over and fixed something. So the restaurant owners do help one another. It's really nice.
That's great.
No, she said just working it yesterday, so it wasn't anything else. That's from Peggy. So there you go. Well, good news that you had a lot of people working there.
Somebody doing something.
Go ahead, Jesse.
All right, the next tip that I want you guys to tell me is fluffy socks and draft stoppers. Stuff your socks with cotton candy and use them as draft stoppers. Not only will your feet be warm, but your home will also be draft free.
Now wait.
Be warned of ants.
Well, wait a minute. Nebraska,
your
I know,
feet
does
will
do that.
smell awesome.
Yeah, Nebraska does do that in his house, but I think that's AI.
I want my feet to smell like cotton candy.
Yeah.
I want to eat the cotton candy.
Well, there you go.
Now,
Depends on
that's
what you're
AI.
into.
That's got to be
Definitely
it.
That's AI.
So weird.
Really? That's. I'm not really impressed with this artificial intelligence thing so far.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's got a ways to go.
Use your ceiling fan. Reverse the direction of the ceiling fan clockwise during the winter months to help circulate the warm air trapped near the ceiling back down to the living space.
Yes,
we do that.
That's
is
in Nebraska, yeah.
Yeah, because Paul and I have spoken
Do you
about
do that? I
No,
do it at home.
no. Don't give her any ideas because she
You don't change
forgets
the direction?
because she forgets to turn it off.
Oh,
So
okay.
she'll
Here
leave for
we go.
10 hours and
Frank,
that fan
what
is
your-
running and running
What's
and
the
running.
last word you say to me as we're leaving the house?
Turn the lights up. Now I'll go back and there's going to be
Every
lights
day.
on. She leaves lights everywhere on. She'll walk up the stairs.
You're blind.
She walks up the stairs, put all the lights in the upper hallway on, gets in the bedroom and closes the door. And then I'm like, Taylor, you left the lights on.
This is an everyday conversation.
Every day. So it's like now
You know,
that's all I say.
When I'm not on the planet anymore, I don't know who you're talking to.
Well, then it'll be lights out, Taylor, permanently. Good thing.
Next.
All right, so this one I wasn't really sure about.
Okay. You don't know if it's AI or Paul?
Correct.
Okay.
Sweet sugar. Get yourself a sugar daddy to pay all of your bills.
Oh, yes, I'm all for that. Jen and I are available.
The three women at the table are all on board
Okay.
with
Yeah,
that.
that's
We're good.
That's really good,
Sorry,
Paul.
Andrew.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's
We'll do, you can share us.
Why not a sugar
Sister
mama?
wives.
You could get a sugar mama to
A
pay
sugar
your
mama,
bills.
like an heiress to a liquor store chain, maybe. Something like that.
You know, one of the funniest scenes I saw was in Duchess and the Dirtwater Fox with Goldie Hawn and George Segal. And it's in the 1800s, and Goldie Hawn's in the back of this Conestoga, and she hitches a ride. She's like a saloon girl trying to get away. And in the Conestoga, there's this older gentleman, all dressed, you know, like in the 1800s, and like three women. And Goldie Hawn looks around. She's, good morning, everybody. And then she says to the woman next to her, what's this all about? And she goes, oh, we're all together. We're all wives of his. And she goes, how's that work? And she said, oh, you know, each night he spends with a different woman. Why, you interested? She said, how many wives are there? She said 6. And she said, okay, 6 off, 1 on, I'm in.
Nice.
Come on, Taylor, stop.
It's a funny line.
I've heard that before. So has everybody else.
Shut up. All right,
No
go.
problem.
Well, it turns out that one was AI generated. Paul did not want a sugar mama. So,
I'm sure. Unless it's his wife.
yes. The next tip that I have is sunbeam capture. Open all of your windows during the day and strategically position mirrors to redirect the sunlight into your home. Pretend you're harnessing the power of the sun to keep warm.
That's like a little too much work, so that's
Is somebody
obviously AI.
smoking something when they
Yeah.
wrote that? Holy
It's all smoke and mirrors.
AI.
No, the actual way to maximize the sunlight is open curtains and blinds during the day
Sure.
to allow sunlight in and naturally warm your home.
And we
In the
have
win-
that.
Now, if you notice in the wintertime, the sun comes in more than it does in the summertime. That's why a lot of homes, especially down south, you have more eaves and everything over so that the sun, and it's on a different angle, doesn't get into your house and heat up. But in the wintertime, you want to let that sun come in and try to
Absolutely.
warm things up and fade your furniture.
Yep. All right.
Taylor loves that.
Yeah, I love it. No, we have something coating on there, doesn't
Well, we used to have something, a coating on there. Now it's pretty much gone.
Yeah. Anybody who has replacement windows?
We would like to replace 50 windows.
Did you
we don't have 50.
Why don't you have them come out for free and just see what they tell you? So when you shop local, you see how
That's a good idea.
Anderson
Yeah.
comes. They're can't beat Anderson, right?
when
Number
the
one window
spring-
company in the world.
In the spring, we'll call up.
They'll
and
come
find
out for free and give you a price. And I'm just curious as to
Me
what they
too.
get for a window.
Yeah, you're
too.
looking probably 10 grand when you look at this whole
If
thing
you're
of it.
lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you
Every
get it
one
back?
of
If you
them.
get it back in a couple years in energy and it's a little greener.
Can I just tell you the energy bill we have? So we have about 3,000 square feet, right? And I got the first bill. I'm like, Frank, something's wrong here. And he goes, what's the matter? What's the bill? I go, I don't want to tell you. And he goes, it's that big? I said, it's $24. Something's wrong. So I think you're the one who said, no, was it you or somebody said they're making a mistake? And I'm like, okay, next month comes $24. And I'm like, what? And then we realized we have solar on the house.
But that's just
So do we.
electric and but everything's gas and
And
oil.
I am telling you, our
have-
bill has not been over $24 one
But
month.
we're running about
But you have
300.
natural gas there too, right?
No.
No, it's,
The
it is
gas-
propane?
propane.
Propane is only for
Propane
the
doesn't
stove.
use much, but the
No.
oil we're running about $300 a month on oil.
Right.
So
It's crazy.
yeah, and that's keeping
Because
it
of big house.
That's keeping
why
those
we
thermostats
have to
turning
go
it down.
look at reverse heat pumps.
That's all we have. We
Paul
don't
Nebrasky's
have-
going to put
that's all
20
I
of them
have.
in the house next week and
Yeah.
geothermal in the backyard. He's out there right
You
now
hit the
scoping
lotto?
it. Yeah.
They're great until you go to find a fan motor for one of them. I've been looking
Oh,
for
yeah,
2
that's
years.
right.
2 years I'm trying to find a fan motor
For what?
for my mini splits.
Really? You
Yes.
broke?
It's making a noise
He
that you
showed it
know
to-
it's
he
out of
showed it to
whack. I showed
Jesse.
Jesse. And I've called a couple of different supply houses, and
All
they
right,
said the same thing. You're not getting a fan, buy a
All
new
right,
unit.
it's Jesse's
Really?
our town. Let's have.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, it's good to know.
Well, it is the brand that you have that is hard to find parts for. Okay. A lot of the heat pumps that you're looking at now, like if you're looking at Mitsubishi or Bosch, like those parts are easier to come by than the Fujitsu.
What did you
There's
get?
still a
What is your
business.
I
brand?
have
Realistic?
Fujitsu.
Is it realistic?
No, I have Fujitsu. Yeah, I got Texas Instruments. Ross Perot sold it to me. No, it's
calculator.
Fujitsu.
All right. Well, before I keep going, let me try to give away a little bit more of Paul's money.
Okay.
Again, that trivia question is how many bathrooms or toilets will be available during this year's Super Bowl?
Somebody wrote it, but I can't say it because if it's true, then we're.
I
Yeah,
looked
don't
it
say
up.
it.
That's what it says at Google.
Well, somebody else looked it
Look
up.
it up. Let's
obviously.
do
I
it. We
know
want to
who
give
that
you.
is.
How would you
And
like
he's
to
a
have
very smart man.
$50? You can have a nice Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so go Google it. How many restrooms and how many toilets or both?
Either.
Or either are for use at the Super Bowl this year. How did you?
None. They're all out of order.
You're out of
I
order.
found that same answer on CNN, so I'm not sure if it's correct or not either.
Oh, okay. Well, it's probably correct. I'm
Well, if
sure.
you can't trust CNN, I mean, what can you trust? You could always go to Fox.
None
They're
of
just
those.
as honest.
I got a call the other day to tell me about a follow-up to an issue that's going on. It was a news item, and I said, "Did you fact check it?" No. I'm like, "Really?" All right. So I go to the source, and they're like, "It never happened." And I go back, and I'm like, "It never happened. You need to check your source." And this is what annoys me more than anything.
All right, Taylor. It's Nebrasky's era. Let
All
them
right,
get
I'm
it. Come on. Come on. Now you're doing what Paul does.
Well, you can fact check this.
Thanks a pant load. Appreciate that.
Anytime, here, pal.
All right, go ahead.
Zone heating. If you have multi-level home or rooms that are used less frequently, consider using zone heating so you can heat specific areas only when you need them.
That's Nebraska.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Frank has everything set up on a timer.
Yeah, because Taylor would forget to turn them off. That was the idea.
Absolutely. I don't
She
even
would
remember
forget
the
to
lights,
adjust.
so why would I remember the heat?
Yeah, if you pair that with a smart thermostat where you can literally set like, okay, I don't want my bedrooms to start warming up until
X.
6 p.m.
Right.
Yeah, we do
right.
that all the time. Actually, I have the living room set up so that at 5:30, sometimes I walk in a bit early and the house is cold, and you can manually put it back up again. But I'll realize sometimes I'll walk in at 5:40, and all of a sudden it's starting to get warmer in there because that's when we're usually home, and we're not there during the day that much. And if we are, we throw it up, So it's good stuff.
So
The
you
same thing
do
with
have
bedrooms.
programmable-
Oh, everywhere. The
Got it.
bedroom, same thing. 10 o'clock at night that comes on. But if you get there earlier and you want to spend time in the bedroom, you can throw it on. It shuts off as soon as we leave in the morning. Everything goes right down to 57 degrees.
What temperature are you sleeping? Just out of
you-
curiosity.
So you feel my pain, right?
68 is where we're at.
When you're sleeping?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Taylor likes it hot.
Not us, man. We drop it down to like
I do
64.
not.
64 be a little cold.
And then it kicks on before like 15 minutes before we get out of bed.
I can
are
tell.
You, are you two finished complaining?
I actually,
Yes.
if I'm not sleeping heavily, I can
Nobody
tell
heavily.
before the alarm
I'm
goes
going to
off.
start taping you at night, and you can hear how you snore.
Before the alarm
Oh,
goes
my
off,
God.
15 minutes before Taylor gets up, the heat on that side of the house where her bathroom is comes on. I could hear the heater come on.
Right.
So
Right.
it's good. So that's a
Right.
great way to save on energy, no doubt about
Good
it.
for you. Okay, Jesse, go ahead.
So the next one is energy efficient upgrades. Upgrade to energy efficient appliances, newer appliances, smart tech such as furnaces, boilers, and water heaters that have Energy Star certification.
That's Nebraska.
Oh, and by the way, for all those people that did set those thermostats, in another couple of weeks, we got to change the clock. So you got to go back and reprogram every single thermostat that you've changed and every clock and everything else in your life that doesn't automatically change.
When do we change the clocks?
I don't know this year. When is that? That's got to be within about 2-3
I
weeks.
just saw it. Yeah, it's in March.
When is it, Ryan?
I think it's the day of the beefsteak.
Oh, March 10th. I know it's March because I just read it yesterday also. Is it March 10th? Yeah.
Yep.
Because we don't have enough aggravation. I thought we were stopping this. I thought Congress said, okay, no more.
So get this, Taylor.
You know why that started.
Hey,
because
let her do her thing.
farmers, yeah, farmers wanted to have that extra daylight for farming.
Yeah.
We don't need it anymore. They're just growing hemp now, so cut it out.
Listen, we thought the beefsteak was at
I
2.
beg to differ.
Taylor, is the beefsteak at 2?
Yes, 2
Yes.
o'clock.
Now it's 1 o'clock
Oh, very
because you
funny.
lose an hour.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get up earlier, do some more stretches.
It's gonna be like
This is
lunch.
Not good, Frank. Not
No,
good.
2 o'clock is perfect.
But
Just
it's
wear
really
stretchy
1 o'clock.
pants.
You're used to it being 1 o'clock because that was from the day before.
Start
Yeah,
at
so-
2. They'll wheel me out of there at about 5.
Peggy-
Be in bed by 6.
No, or is it 3 o'clock?
Would you stop talking?
It's 3 o'clock. You lose an hour.
Oh, God. Yesterday's was flushing the toilets at the same time on Saturday to test the system. That's interesting.
That's
Wow.
so funny.
See that?
Oh, and that's why they needed the 30 people there?
Maybe.
Probably.
Should have called Frank.
Next.
All right, go.
Next tip is DIY human hamster wheel. Rig up a giant hamster wheel in your living room. Convince family members to take turns running on it to generate power for the home. Warning may result in higher electricity due to the hamster wheel.
Yeah, that's
construction
Nebrasky, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So that's got Nebrasky written
No
all over it.
hamster in my house. That's like a. Listen, the same thing with squirrels. They're just, what they are, rodents in a cute costume. Seriously.
Taylor's not paying any attention.
Tree rats.
Yeah, come on.
Taylor, it was a life-size hamster wheel.
Life.
You were paying
Human hamster wheel.
Human hamster wheel. Aren't you paying attention?
What's
You're
a,
not.
What's a human hamster?
I'll
wheel?
explain it to you when the show's over.
Yes, so that one is AI.
Okay. Yeah, because that doesn't even sound right to me.
Next one, insulate your home. Proper insulation, walls, floors, and attics. And in attics helps retain heat inside your
As
house.
always, yep. That's a Pauler.
That's Paul.
Portable fireplace app. Download a fireplace app on your phone and carry it around the house like it's a portable heater. Imagine the warmth and ambiance as you go through your daily
You know what?
activities.
You know what's really funny about that? Because psychologically it works.
Every little
It's
thing
really,
does, yeah.
It's really bizarre because at Christmas time, before we bought this house, we have a fireplace now, I would put up on the television
Oh, the Yule log?
the Yule log because I wanted something. And it played Christmas music too, so what was wrong with that? Yeah, so why not an app that you carry around? It's just a feeling you get from it. I don't think that's Paul, though.
That's
No.
AI.
Yeah.
That's AI.
Well, AI is.
It's too
these are
warm
really
and fuzzy
AI
for
things, huh?
Paul.
They're not very good suggestions.
Not good suggestions at
No.
all.
I'm not really impressed with the AI.
Neither am I. So don't use it. I'll give you an example. We have 2 young ladies that are starting their show this Friday called Travel, Adventure, Wellness. And it really unique. What they've created, you have a travel agent and a wellness health expert. And they're offering these incredible adventures and vacations for people who are either going through cancer or finished cancer or their families and friends. Very unique. They have wellness people on these resorts, all trained. It's really incredible. So that's one of the things they were talking about. It's really amazing what they're doing. So tune in.
Thanks again, Taylor. It's
Friday
her
at
time.
11.
Let's
Okay,
get.
just reminded me of that. That's
Boy,
right.
you keep shifting gears here today.
Okay, whatever.
You're the worst offender.
Arrest me.
All right, the next one I have is regular HVAC maintenance. Schedule your annual maintenance to make sure your heating system is operating efficiently, clean or replace filters regularly to improve your airflow and reduce
Oh, that's
energy
Paul.
consumption.
All written
Yeah, but it
all
didn't
over
work out. I just tried that. She told me I can't get the parts.
No
Not my
parts for
fault
you.
You picked a bad brand.
I
No
picked
soup
a
for you.
bad brand.
You
That's
never
like
know.
Kicking and
How
shit,
old is your
isn't it?
How old is your
Why
unit?
don't you
It's
replace
not
it?
old.
How
It's
old
like
is-
2018,
Oh,
2017.
that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
It's not that
Did you
old.
go? Let me ask you something. Did you go directly to the company?
It's Fujitsu. Yes, I can't get.
What about
no,
the people
I didn't
you
go
bought it
there.
from?
I went to supply
Okay,
houses.
so
I
let me
didn't
What
go
about-
just
to the
hold
company.
on. Hold
What
on
about the
one
people
second.
he had put it in?
Hold on. Go to the corporation itself. Call their customer service and tell them the problem. Tell them you can't get it. They'll give you somebody in the United States that will be able to get you that part.
Okay, I will try that today.
Yeah,
Taylor will get it for you.
I can do it.
No, I'll try it today.
He'll have the guy there tomorrow
If not, I'm
putting
sure
it
she
in.
knows a guy somewhere. But
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
start off with the
The guy
phone
will be
call.
right
I'll do
at
what
the
she told
door.
I'll
me.
call
Anytime I have
Congressman
trouble,
Ryan.
like just send an email to like the CEO of something.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's what I do.
Oh, do you want to hear a great
Does
story?
it work?
Yes.
Not now.
It
It's her
does.
time. It's her time.
Years ago, I got a package from a company in Chicago, and it had that material inside, a packing material that doesn't recycle ever. So I wrote a real letter to the CEO, and in the letter I wrote, do you want to leave this legacy for your grandchildren? This is something you should really look into, and explain to them, because I'm a fanatic about green. He actually wrote me the most beautiful letter and said, I just had my first grandchild, so who knew? And he said, you're absolutely right. I contacted the head of our shipping department, and we've changed everything. So you never know. You got to...
I would have used a more expensive material, but my ex took all of it. But thanks anyway.
This is not Frank's Follies.
Oh.
All right, go ahead.
All right, last one that I have is switching over to high efficiency heat pumps. Electric usually costs less than fossil fuels, and while the increase in electric bill usually regulates the cost of the oil and gas.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think that's Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
That
is
sounds logical.
Yes.
That's the problem with AI. It doesn't sound logical. And that's the thing they can't do.
For now.
Because there's no gray matter in AI. So they can't. So don't go there. It's like that's what it was. These two women were trying to come up with a name, and she said, well, I'm using AI. And I'm like, none of those names sound right to me. They just don't. And when you do the name of a radio show, it's either got to be 2 or 3 words. You can't do more than that. So I came up with travel ... adventure ... wellness, because that's what they're doing. They're creating travel adventure, and it's for wellness. And they're like, that's it. And I said, that's not AI.
No.
You know, think for people, start thinking for yourself. We need that back. Get your kids off their digital devices, texting, and let them talk to one another. Wouldn't that be one? That's the one thing dinner table is all about. No devices, none of that garbage. Don't
There's
even
no
think
phones
it.
allowed at our table.
Yeah, good.
No, we got that TV cranking.
We don't even
Property
need it at
Brothers
the same
are on.
time.
Stand back.
All right, we didn't give away the gift certificate
You see, so nobody wants a $50 gift certificate to a restaurant.
Maybe nobody knows.
Yeah,
It's on
well, go
Google.
Google
You
it.
could figure that out. How many toilets are going to be or bathrooms in the Super Bowl this year?
I already know the answer. I can't win.
You can't win.
I can't
but
win.
No, well, somebody
You're-
texted it too, and Jenna knows it as well.
Yes, she does.
Is Jenna eligible? She's not one of the show hosts.
So we're going to give you another couple of minutes. Otherwise, we
845-651-1110.
throw in a
$50
set
gift
of,
certificate.
throw in a set of ski passes on there, Taylor. Go
in
ahead.
my office and call her.
Throw in some ski passes.
Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll give you 4 ski passes. That is worth almost $400, right? No, more. What am I saying? It's $320. $320.
Yeah, that's more.
Yeah,
It's close.
my math is not so good.
Not good at all, no.
My son teaches AP Calculus. I have no clue what he does. Yeah, so $320 worth of 4 ski passes. If you don't ski, you have, a relative or a friend, give them as a gift. So we'll give you the 4 ski passes and the $50 gift certificate. If you can right now call 845-651-1110 and tell us the correct answer with how many toilets or bathrooms there are at the Super Bowl.
And if
this
nobody
year.
calls in the next 5 minutes, we'll add another prize. No.
I'll give you
We'll
Frank.
give a car.
Take him for the weekend.
All right, now the phones are ringing. Taylor's going to go to the phone herself, actually, this time, and let her pick that up. By the way, temperatures in the 20s outside. Looks like the next day or two is going to be good, although they are expecting, which is a good thing, it's going to warm up a little bit on Saturday. Well, it's going to warm up today, but it's going to warm up to the point of rain maybe on Saturday. No snow. We'll see what happens.
But he got the answer.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. What's your first name and what town are you calling from?
It's Tom from Pine Island.
All
Sir,
right,
Tom.
Tom from Pine Island. What's the answer?
297 turlets.
I didn't know there was an R in that.
Is that right?
So there are
Depends where you come from. Yeah.
297 bathrooms.
All right.
There you go.
So,
Wow.
Tom, was it the ski passes that made your call?
Not really. I'm not a skier, so I wouldn't take them to.
Do you know anybody who
let
skis?
someone else.
Do you know anybody who skis?
Got any friends,
I have
relatives,
my,
kids?
My granddaughter, yeah, she might go. She
All
would
right,
take
well,
them
we're
with her
going to give
friend.
them to you anyway.
Give you
can
everything.
give them away.
Give me the house.
It's all right.
Good stuff.
He just wanted to say turlet online. That's
Yeah.
all.
That's right.
But you can
By
use
the way,
the gift certificate to the...
Did you ever see the new toilets in yesterday's? The urinals, I
Oh,
mean?
yeah, no, I've been in there. It is
Well, no. What are they?
unbelievable.
Why? What are they like?
Oh,
You weren't in the men's
I don't
room.
wanna spoil
I
it.
was
You
in the
gotta-
men's
you gotta
room,
see
and
them.
I was in the men's
How'd you
room.
get in?
I was in the men's room and the ladies' room. They
Yeah.
showed me around everywhere.
Yeah.
It
Well,
is
that's Tom. How'd you
unbelievable.
get in? How'd you get into yesterday's?
I just went in there to see how they were doing and say hello to John.
Oh,
and,
very nice.
Everybody knows John, Peggy,
And
so they
Peggy,
all want to
yeah.
hang out.
They're the cruise directors of the town of Warwick.
That's pretty cool. Well, we got to see that all. Yeah, you were telling me something about the
You
bathrooms
should
and
go
the way they're all
over.
set up.
I'll
and-
go with you again. It's absolutely amazing.
All right. Well, wait. Well, they should be open any
All
day
right,
now.
Tom, you hold on. I'm going to tell you how you can get all your prizes, all right?
You got it.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks for listening. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, there
All
you
right.
go. We got a winner.
All right. So,
Beautiful.
yeah. All right. So, well, I'll tell you what. Let me take a break, and then we'll wrap things up in Nebrasky. In the meantime, you
Jesse
can. Yeah.
from Nebrasky.
Okay. Jesse from Nebrasky.